Hi all and welcome back. This is my second video on Dark Age Asunder. If you're looking for a breakdown of what the game is, check out my other video first. Links in the description. In this video, I'll go a bit more in depth, explaining the different characters, laying out the building system, and wrapping it up with some tips to give you a better chance to survive. Just like with the first one, I want to thank the developer for sponsoring this video. Alright, let's dive in. Carl's the one on screen, a seasoned adventurer with just a sword and an old backpack, collecting relics from all over. He's got a strong sense of justice and feels it's his job to protect people and keep things balanced. In combat, Carl is the only close-range fighter, which makes him riskier to play. But to balance that, he can gather resources much faster than the others. His attacks are straightforward but hit hard, so he's all about quick, aggressive pushes. Then we have Sage, an archer who draws her strength from nature. She's calm, focused, and knows how to survive even when things get rough. Sage's arrows are coated with poison that slowly chips away at enemies, making her great at wearing down tougher opponents. On top of that, she can heal herself by calling on nature's energy, which helps her stay in the fight longer. And, full honesty, Sage is my favorite, but that's mostly just because I love archery-focused characters, and I tend to play those in almost every game that offers them. And then there's Valos, a spellcaster who spent his life studying magic and how to shape the battlefield. He's not just about offense. Valos can throw up force fields to hold enemies back, cast shields to protect others, and even speed up how fast structures get built. One of his most useful abilities is re-rolling upgrades, letting him adjust his powers mid-run depending on what's needed. Valos is all about control and flexibility, and pairs especially well with good planning. Personally, I found this the most powerful character. I mean, it takes the longest to unlock, so you really have to earn it. Maybe that's on purpose, but honestly, don't take my word on that. Most games like this focus just on character progression during the run and meta progression after. But this one also adds a building system, which changes up how you approach everything. Since you can't just roam the map freely, you need to head to specific spots. Now, let me walk you through the main buildings so you get a sense of how they fit together. The first one is the house. You need these to unlock access to the other buildings, since villagers live in them and then work at whatever you place next. It's an extra step, but once you're used to it, it feels like prepping your run properly, not just rushing ahead. Next up, the Golem Factory. As the name says, it builds golems that help tank enemy waves. Early on, they're a lifesaver, especially at night. And once you upgrade them through the alchemy lab, they get seriously strong. Having even one golem around can make surviving big waves so much easier. Speaking of the alchemy lab, this one lets you unlock stronger attacks like multi-directional shots and improves your golems. It's honestly one of the key buildings from moving from early defense into late-game strength. Then there's the archery tower, which gives you steady ranged support. It's not flashy, but when you're getting swarmed, a couple of basic towers can mean the difference between holding the line or getting overrun. And finally, mana wells. Since your character's abilities, aside from basic attacks, all use mana, you'll want to capture enough of these to keep things running smoothly, especially if you're playing as Valos or Sage. So overall, it's not just about grabbing upgrades when you level up. It's about combining smart building choices with the right character upgrades and knowing when to focus on what. If you bring those elements together, you'll set yourself up for a much smoother run. Alright, now let me share some tips that might help you out. Tip 1. Don't focus too much on the enemies early on. Focus on grabbing resources. Getting them early saves you a lot of headache later. Tip 2. Every skill besides your main weapon uses mana. Make sure you've got enough mana wells under your control to keep your attacks going strong. Tip 3. Prioritize getting wood first. You'll need it to build a house, and without that, you can't unlock the rest of your buildings. Tip 4. After that, set up an alchemy lab. It'll unlock things like 4-way attacks and boost your golems. Definitely worth it. Tip 5. At night, earlier waves of enemies come back all at once and hit for double damage. Make sure you've got a golem out or stand near an archery tower. It'll save you a lot of pain. If you've got any tips of your own or things I didn't cover, feel free to drop them in the comments. I'd love to hear what's worked for you. Just as a reminder, Dark Age Asunder is out now on Steam, and you can find the link in the description. That's it. If you like this video, please consider to like and subscribe. Either way, thanks so much for watching. Hope to see you in the next one.